72 here with another video. My name, of course, as you probably know by now, is Brian. Um, I work at a library. In the basement of the library, they sell used books, used and new DVDs and Blu-rays, used and new CDs, vinyl. So I managed to pick up a whole bunch of movies. I'm thinking maybe most of them are DVDs. Most of them I don't think are Blu-rays. Some of them I think are still in the plastic wrap. After I show the movies, I'm going to show some a lecture series, one of the lectures, and then I'm going to show a book. I've been running out of space on my hard drive, so I have no idea if I can complete this video. Maybe I'll have to edit it. Maybe I have no idea what to do. I have toyed with the idea of possibly buying another MacBook Pro, maybe one with more gigabyte space, and maybe not a new one, like off of eBay, maybe, because I saw one like for a 2015 one for about around $100. Because I think what's pushing this, putting a lot of space, creating a lot of space in the hard drive is my music. Even though I take the GarageBand files and I store them on an external hard drive, I take the music from GarageBand and I put it into iTunes, and I think the iTunes is getting full, is taking up a lot of space. But anyways, let's see what happens. So either one or two things will happen. I have to re-record this video, or I have to edit it, or something. Let's just see what happens. So they did have some criterions. So this one is Cecil B. DeMille's King of Kings. It's a silent movie. It's got let's see. I'm trying to find the year on here. Well, one version is 112 minutes, I think, and the other one is 155. So that looks interesting. So I guess it's about Jesus. This is the Blu-ray. I think this has some special features on here. I'm looking forward to watching this. Life of Pi. I think it's directed by Ang Lee. Yeah. I hear it was great in theaters in 3D. My friends of mine saw this film in 3D. But for some reason I didn't see it. But anyways, I've got it now. So this one maybe Jace knows about. Well, he must. It's a Clint Eastwood film. It's the Iger sanction with co-starring George Kennedy. And in my weekly review of films, I watched The Sons of Katie Elder. I'll be giving a report on that. And, of course, George Kennedy was in that film. But anyways, this is the Iger sanction. It doesn't really have much in the area of special features, just a trailer, some bios, production notes. So it's not really, doesn't really have much in the for special features. It says Vonetta McGee here, and I think she was a love interest in The Great Silence. If anybody knows, write it down there. So pick this up. It's Cecil B. DeMille's The Ten Commandments. It's the 1956 version. It's got a commentary by Catherine Orson, author of Written in Stone, Making Cecil B. DeMille's Epic, The Ten Commandments. It's got a 6-part documentary, Moses, The Chosen People, Land of the Pharaohs, The Paramount Lot, The Score, Mr. DeMille, Newsreel, The Ten Commandments premieres in New York, trailers, 1956, making of trailer, 1966 trailer, 1989 trailer. And it also includes the Ten Commandments 1923 version with a commentary by Catherine Orson, author of Written in Stone, Making Cecil B. DeMille's Epic, The Ten Commandments, and hand-tuned footage of the Exodus and parting of the Red Sea sequence. So I do have a magazine called Cinemagic, which was a sister publication of Starlog magazine, who also makes I think still makes what do you call it? No, I'm not doing this correctly here. Let me see. Uh, anyways, what was I talking about? Um, I can't remember. I'll have to check on my vid. Hang on a sec. So I know I was going to say I have a sister publication of Starlog that also makes Fangoria. I still think Fangoria is still made. But anyways, they made a magazine for young filmmakers. There's only like 37 issues of it, and they released it like 4 times a year, called Cinemagic. And they went into great depth into how they did the parting of the Red Sea and a few other things to this film. So I'm looking forward to, looking into this. Here's another Criterion with the plastic wrap still around it. I do have this movie, but probably in a more inferior version. It's a Hitchcock, Lady Vanishes, one of Hitchcock's earlier movies, 1938. It's got an audio commentary featuring film historian Bruce Eder. I can't read this. Crooks Tour, it's a 1941 feature-length adventure film starring Basil Radford and Naunton Wayne as Charters and E. Caldecott, their beloved characters from The Lady Vanishes. Excerpt from Francois Truffaut's legendary 1967 audio interview with director Alfred Hitchcock. Mystery Train, a video essay about Hitchcock and The Lady Vanishes by Hitchcock scholar Leonard Laff. Still gallery of behind-the-scenes photos and promotional art on a booklet featuring essays by critic Jeffrey O'Brien and Hitchcock scholar Charles Barr. Now, I do remember, I guess that actor Basil Radford being in here, so I vaguely remember this film about a woman on a train, and then she disappears, and they're looking into why she disappeared. So, but I'll enjoy this as well. Here's a movie that Sasha likes a lot. I think Sasha, you like it a lot, and Jace likes it a lot, and so I thought, they had it down in the basement, so why not get a copy of it and take a look at it. It's Denzel Washington and Man on Fire, directed by Tony Scott, and I think it's Dakota Fanning is in this with, yes, Dakota Fanning. She's the small girl right there at the time. This next one, John Wayne, Maureen O'Hara, Rio Grande. I told Jace I was buying a Western. I thought it was like Rio Bravo, but I guess it's Rio Grande. But anyways, I remember. I think they were also in another film called The Quiet Man, which I enjoyed a lot. My opinion. The more I think about John Wayne, I don't know. I don't think he was the most wonderful guy, because he's a pretty racist guy, and didn't have. He was just stuck in the past, and he made a comment about black people, that they like being segregated or whatever. He said it was a good time or whatever. And I thought that was pretty tasteless for him to say that. I don't remember the exact quotes or anything, but he was kind of prejudiced. And so that sort of slants my view on him. And I will get to the review of Sons of Katie Elder during the weekend, but I mean, he pushes this young guy around, slaps him up. I just don't find that very appealing. He's been in some good movies. A few of them: Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, The Shootist, um, the Stagecoach, um, The Quiet Man. But I don't know if I like all of his movies. Um, what was that one? Red River, the Hard Hawks one. But anyways, I remember The Searchers, and The Searchers, Taxi Driver is based on The Searchers, and I love Taxi Driver, but The Searchers for me, I didn't think it was that fantastic. But this is Rio Grande. We'll see how good this film is. It's directed by John Ford, who was a constant collaborator with John Wayne. But it's not that I wouldn't watch John Wayne's films, but I sort of feel, I don't know. I don't know what to think of him. This is The Americans. It's a television show, the complete first season. I've heard, a friend of mine has seen. I think he's seen the whole season, all of the seasons. It's these Russians that are pretending to be Americans, and they've got the accents, the American accents, down to a T, so that nobody can detect that they have any Russian ancestry. So they're like working undercover in America. So I don't know if I should have got this because there's more than one season, but maybe I'll just watch the other seasons that we have at the library rather than buy all the other seasons. This is a box set. It's Boris Karloff Frankenstein. It's got also includes Bride of Frankenstein, which, by the way, is regarded as like one of the best sequels ever made, and is regarded as a better film than Frankenstein. Some say, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, and House of Frankenstein. Van Helsing director Stephen Sommers hosts an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how these original Frankenstein films inspired his motion picture event, Frankenstein Files, How Hollywood Made a Monster, She's Alive, Creating the Bride of Frankenstein. Film historians provide insightful commentary to Frankenstein, Rudy Belmer, and Bride of Frankenstein, Scott McQueen, on an alternate audio track. Original theatrical trailers, Boo, a short film, Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, poster and photo galleries, whatever. I'm trying to. I'm wondering if I'm going to run out of time before the hard drive gets filled up, so I'm sort of rushing in a way. Hopefully, I can fit all of this on to one video, but who knows? It's moving, it's alive, that Dr. Frankenstein says. And the Boris Karloff character, he's not really Frankenstein. That's the guy who created him. He's the creature. And by the way, the movie, not the movie, the novel that the movie is based on is really good, by Mary Shelley. I highly recommend that. So I guess this is part of the Universal Monsters collection. Here's Casino Royale. I don't know if I'm going to return this to the library because it has a full screen edition. I'd rather have the widescreen, but it's another Daniel Craig Bond that I can add to my collection, but I'm not sure if I'll keep it. Because of the fact that it's full screen, that kind of annoys me. I have the Bourne films with Matt Damon. One of them is full screen, but they have all these special features, and because the other two are widescreen, I thought I'd keep the full screen. If two of them were full screen, maybe I would change my opinion on it, but anyways. This is The Simpsons, the fourth season. This 4 is not in here, but I don't know if I should open all these and because it's time consuming. That's why I'm saying that, because yeah, you see right there, there's and because of the fact that it's time consuming and that I don't know how much space I have on my hard drive. I just don't know if I have an ample amount of time to show everything, but I'll try. I have this movie already. It's still in the plastic wrap. I don't know, maybe it has all the special features that the DVD has, but Argo, which is the DVD was a gift from a friend of mine. This is a really good nail biter movie. It's about these. It's a true story about these hostages in Iran during the Iranian Revolution in the late 70s, and how this government worker, played by Ben Affleck, who also directed the film, uses a decoy disguise. Well, he says he's part of a Hollywood. He works in Hollywood, and he concocts this formula of doing research for Hollywood. I don't know, something. He has an excuse to get himself into the country and hopefully to get himself and these hostages out. So that's what the film's about. And I guess the film is called Argo because that's the name of the film they're working on. This one's called, I don't know how to pronounce it, Korczak, filmed by Andrzej Wajda. Korczak is one of the most important European pictures about the Holocaust, Steven Spielberg. Wajda directed Ashes and Diamonds, which I think is regarded as the greatest Polish film ever made. I have that in a 3-pack with 2 other films, Canal and is it A Generation? It's a Criterion. But anyways, this is a film. This is a Kino release, and I don't know really anything about it, but I'll look forward to watching that. This one I bought because, Sasha, I think John Steele really thought it was a fantastic movie, but I don't know. I think U-Turn did it better, but I want to give it another chance, and it was there, so I took this one, Falling Down. This is just a bare bones DVD, it's just the movie. So I'll take another look, see what I think. But I wasn't wild about it when I saw it. Another film about the Holocaust, still in the plastic wrap. Steven Spielberg and the survivors of the Shoah Visual History Foundation present Broken Silence. 5 films, 5 visions, and infinite voices. So you got Some Who Loved, Eyes of the Holocaust, Children from the Abyss, I Remember, and Hell on Earth. So then Jace has probably seen this, or maybe he's probably shown this in his collection. Duel in the Sun, with Jennifer Jones, Gregory Peck, and Joseph Cotten, and it's a David Selznick production. I think David Selznick had a huge hand into how this film was directed, even though it's directed by King Vidor, but I think the real director is Frank Selznick, and I think Selznick had a hard time with Hitchcock when Hitchcock made Rebecca. They were not on good terms. Next one, I think Aaron Pinn. I got this because Aaron Pinn talked about it, and I've never seen it, and I've heard a lot about it. It's the extra steamy edition, Porky's. And I don't know if I would gravitate to a film of this nature usually, but the director directed Black Christmas, which I think is a pretty good film. That's Aaron Pinn's favorite movie, he says. And he also directed Christmas Story, which I don't like, even though it's shot in the city where I was born, Cleveland. So, but we'll see how good this is. Next, I have this on tape, but I never got it on DVD. It's a 2-disc limited collector's edition of E.T. And so the moon there with a feature, and then you got Spielberg and E.T. there, and Henry Thomas is Elliot. Okay, I seem to be going at a pretty good clip. This is, my friend had a copy of this. I don't know. I wanted to buy it so bad, so I did, and it wasn't cheap. And I think there's like a limited amount of these that were released, and it was like $120, I think, at least, on Barnes and Noble's website. So I looked on eBay and I found it cheap and in good condition. It's Female Prisoner Scorpion, the complete collection. It's a Japanese Arrow. It's an Arrow company published this, but it's these Japanese exploitation films. So, and I've watched these before. My friend's box set, I watched that, but I decided to buy my own, I guess. This is loaded. All these are loaded with special features. These are great. These are fantastic. Meiko Kaji is the main character. She's been tricked into doing something for her either husband or boyfriend. I think it's her husband, who's a cop. And she gets framed and put into prison, and just the wrong woman, and just treated to terrible physical labor, and just lots of escaping, and not just really fantastic stuff to watch, visually unbelievable. So it's just her various experiences with being in jail, and how she deals with trying to get out of jail and all that kind of stuff. I hope I haven't spoiled it a little by what I just previously said. I don't think I have, but be stable. And then you get last one, Grudge Song. I would list all the features, but there's too many. Just Google it, and you can see what all the special features are. It comes with this. Comes with a poster, and the poster's in good condition, which is a relief, because Meiko Kaji, she also plays Lady Snowblood, which they have a Criterion of, the 2 films she was in. They made more of these female prisoner Scorpion movies, but not with Meiko Kaji. And Meiko Kaji, from what I learned in the special features on this in this box set, she's I think she's been on the soap opera for like 20 years or something like that. So here's a book that comes with it. So, and I think we can do it all. This is the great courses. I've shown these before. They're lectures. There's 4 of these. There's, let's see, how many per? There's 6. Let's see, 12 lectures and 6 CDs in each case. So there's 4 parts of this. So there's, let's see, 12, 12, 12, 12. So let's see, 48 lectures, and it's the history of ancient Egypt. Just another one of the wonderful, great courses that I have available. I bought a whole bunch of other ones, which I showed on a previous video. But these are real in-depth, tell about the history of ancient Egypt. They do more than just history, though. They do philosophy, novels, everything, cooking, mythology. Cooking's like, I think, a newer one. If you look, like Google it, great courses. They've really extended out. They've really done more as time has gone on. They've done way more now. I mean, this, you can do it on your computer now. You can sort of pay less money, because like when they originally started off, like the DVDs, they sold, if they weren't on sale, like each course would be $200, and when they're on sale, they're like 80. And I borrowed a whole bunch from my friend, so he paid like, I guess 70, 80 for each course, but now you can get like, maybe it's $100 a year, and you play it off the computer or something. It's sort of like those, what do you call them, master classes. I've toyed with the idea of taking master classes, because if you take one master class course, it's like $80, $90, $100. But if you subscribe for a whole year, you get all of them for like $189. So, and you have people like Carlos Santana, the guy from Rage Against the Machine. You get Werner Herzog, Martin Scorsese, Ron Howard. Ron Howard to me is a mediocre director, but whatever. Dan Brown, whom I'm not into really that kind of a fiction, but him. James Patterson, I'm not really into him, but he's another one. Margaret Atwood, Gordon Ramsay, I'm not wild about him, but he's another. I'm missing people. I'm missing, Aaron Sorkin, David Mamet. There's just a lot of people. Christina Aguilera, Danger Mouse, just a lot of people. So, and last off, I'll finish with this, because I'm into Japan. I got to really get back to saving money for Japan. I've got some gift certificates, so I can buy some more movies. But anyways, this is a book. I don't know if I'll use it or not, or read it, but it's Japanese Business Etiquette by Diana Rowland. So maybe I'll take a look at this. I have no idea when. So that does it for the video today. I thought I'd share all those movies. I'm going to order some more movies soon. I'm going to, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'll be showing a few more movies, but then I think I should get back to saving for Japan. So anyways, I think I'm running out of time. So anyways, bye now and take care.